A trip turns tragic.
We've lost something very special.
A community mourns the loss of 3 University of Manitoba students. In for the long haul.
It was after I was cleared to go back out into public that I actually felt at my worst.
The months-long battle with lingering COVID-19 symptoms.
My lungs were having the most issues.
And a highly anticipated return to the ice.
It shows how strong curling is in Manitoba.
Manitoba's curling community comes alive again.
You're watching Global Winnipeg. This is Global News at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Lisa is away tonight. Friends and family from different parts of the world are mourning the loss of 3 international university students who died in a Manitoba car crash Thursday morning. It's a devastating loss of young lives taken too soon. Global's Brittany Greenslade has more.
They were 3 young men with promising young lives, working hard at the University of Manitoba. But a trip outside the city to catch a glimpse of a classic Canadian phenomenon ended in tragedy. It was supposed to be a night out viewing the Northern Lights in Hecla, a getaway for a few hours with a group of friends. But it ended in heartache.
We've lost something very special. These are people we won't ever get back.
3 international students were killed in a 2-car collision after they stopped for gas in Arborg and hit the road back to Winnipeg shortly after 6 a.m. Thursday. 23-year-olds Alnuman Adadi, Arnur Azad Chowdhury and Rizul Badam are now being remembered by their friends who are trying to process their deaths.
We feel like them. They're our own children, they're our own brothers. It's really hard for the community to absorb that news. They're all weeping, they're all crying.
Azad Chowdhury is described as a bright light, a third-year student studying statistics.
Arnur was the heart and soul of our community. He was the person you could always rely on.
Badam was working towards his business degree.
He had his goals set out and he was always hardworking, no matter what.
Adadi was nicknamed the sweetheart of the group, who loved to cook.
These were the people you'd want to be friends with, you want to grow old with.
Their deaths have rocked Winnipeg's close-knit Bangladeshi community, while their families back home try to come to terms with the loss.
They are devastated, they're broken, and then this is something they would carry on for the rest of their life. And I really don't know whether they would ever be able to get over with that.
Friends say all 3 families have been notified back in Bangladesh, but say it's too early to figure out funeral or memorial plans for here in Winnipeg. Brittany Greenslade, Global News.